Who am I? Is a question that is faced by each and every Toastmaster when they are writing their icebreaker. So when I ask myself the same question, who am I? I got the first answer from myself that I'm Rudro. That's my name. That's who I am. But then I got to thinking that if my name was not Rudro, it was someone else, something else, would I be the same person that I am today? And that got me to thinking. And I saw a few other resources. And one of those was by a TED Talk by Brian Stevenson a few weeks ago. There, he talked about a very interesting concept, the power of identity and how it impacts all of us. Now, everyone's icebreaker has a beautiful start where they build the suspense of how the circumstances under which they were born. There was a storm or there was a power cut and the nurse came in rushing and said, it's a boy or it's a girl. And then some name is given, maybe based on the current characteristics. Somebody's light-skinned, they name them Roshni. Somebody's dark-skinned as Nisha, similarly. Or there's another way to name them by envisioning how they want to see them in future. Like if you want your child to always speak the truth, you name them Satyajit. Or you want your child to be a movie star, a big muscular mustachioed hero, you name them Rudradev. But then they turn out like this. And I have to go around trying to explain to everyone why I turned out like this when my name is Rudra. And when I saw that TED Talk by Brian Stevenson, and he talked about the power of identity, I had an epiphany. Now that epiphany, please listen to it very carefully. You can very easily pick up a new identity if people around you don't know of your history. Now I'll explain what that means by a few examples of my life. And that can be thought of as my first icebreaker that I delivered 6 years ago, back in 2014. Now, I had never been a good communicator or a speaker in my childhood. In my school, I used to always get up on stage, get embarrassed, and get down from the stage. And that is how the cycle went on till I started off my Toastmasters journey. And when I was scheduled to give my icebreaker, I thought that nobody knew of my embarrassments here. I want to do this right. And so I wrote down my speech word by word and memorized each and every aspect of my speech and practiced and practiced till I could wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning and still rehearse and be able to recite my speech, deliver it pitch perfect way. And you know, Toastmasters, your mentor always tells you that you have to be able to recite your speech at 2 a.m. in the morning, pitch perfect, and that is how you become a good communicator. You can see how when I practiced every day till 2 a.m., how much sleep I got in the week that was preceding my icebreaker. But it turned out well. Everyone liked my speech. Everyone clapped, I got a standing ovation. And on that day, I developed an identity for myself of being a good speaker. Some people also went out on a limb and said that he was a natural speaker, born talent of speaking. Nobody saw those sleepless nights. And I had to bear the burden of a good speaker every time I was about to give a speech again, and to memorize and learn by heart and go and deliver a perfect speech. That is what others expected. And that was not just my speaking journey, but talk about my leadership journey. So as a leader also, I was horrible in my school. So the only leadership role I took in my 12 years of schooling and my 4 years of college was a class monitor for 1 month. And in that 1 month, the only time the class was absolutely silent was when the class was absolutely empty. And friends, from there on, I decided to not take any of the leadership roles till I got into Toastmasters, where I was asked to play the role of the Sergeant at Arms. Now, here's the thing, that the role of a Sergeant at Arms does not really ask you to be a big leader. It just asks you to do club work, but the identity of a leader was created from then on. And after two more terms, I started to play more of a leadership role, but I was more confident because I had a year of leadership journey behind me. Today, I am a division director. And if you are having second thoughts of why you elected me after listening to my escapade as a class monitor, you are too late because I am there till June 2021. And I have enough time to justify my actions by what I do today. Because my role as a leader came much after my identity as a leader. Even as a speaker, the same thing happened that today I'm a better speaker. I can deliver without rote memorization of my speeches. But my role today as a good speaker started much later, but my identity was built before, and that helped me establish contact and confidence. And my role as a movie star by the name of Rudro, I've not yet got it, but I'm sure I'll be getting it because the seed and the identity was established 29 years ago by my grandmother. It is said that you only live once, but I disagree. You only die once, and you live many more lives before you die. And the way you lead your life is decided by how you identify yourself today. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow. Can we hear it loud and big for Rudro?